Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Cimnanya. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button, turn on the notification so you get notified each time I upload. And please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I am saying massive shout out to every one of you for all the love and support you all give me here. I am truly grateful. Thank you all so much. So today we'll be talking something very important, and it's about this Indian lady exposing her family to black people, and I am going to ask, how do people like, parents do this? Because I do not get it, how you are going to disown your own child just because she got married to a black man. I mean, she did not kill anyone. She did not do something really horrifying just for getting married to a black man. And for that reason, she got disowned. They do not want to be in her life. They do not want to be in the grandchildren's life and all that. And I don't know if this is what, because I mean, I feel like the kids already are just like, their own family are the first racist or prejudice they are experiencing. I mean, you can imagine experiencing something like this from your family first before the outside world kind of tells you that, there is something like racism and prejudice and all that. And I am going to say that people should stop like, all this racist and prejudice kind of thing to people. I mean, she has all the responsibility to like, give all the love that she can to her kids, and she and her husband also have a great work to do to make sure that because it is their responsibility as it stands to make sure that they keep those children safe from harm and danger and horrors and the rest of it, because as it stands they are already experiencing the prejudice and other from the families and the rest of it. And I think really that sucks. I mean, I don't know how black people are always eager to welcome people in our community, but other communities aren't even like, welcoming to black people. And that really sucks. You know what? Stay close to the screen. I am going to roll this clip. We'll come back to talk about it. And I absolutely want to read all your comments. Let me know what you all think. And straight up, I am rolling the clip.
So do my Indian parents finally accept my half-black children? Let's get into it. So last I left off, I haven't spoken to my dad in over a decade. I think the last time I spoke to him was in 2013. I don't need him in my kids' lives. He disowned me a long time ago, or I felt he disowned me, even though I felt like he wanted to communicate with me, but he didn't want to own up to the fact that he has half black grandchildren. He would tell people I'm off somewhere studying. The kids didn't exist. There was no pictures of me in this house. There's no pictures of the kids in this house. Anytime I would see one of his friends, oh, how's school? Bro, I'm married. But anyways, yeah, I don't need that in my life. You'll learn more about my upbringing with my dad and my stepmother in another video. There's a lot there. Anyway, so now let's get into my mom. I tried. Guys, I tried. And I'm like, okay, let's see if she changed. And I would use little triggers to see how she would react. There were 3 things that I'm like, wow, you can still do this to this day? So one was my 21-year-old hurt his Achilles in December. He got hurt. I told Instagram, Facebook, all of that. So my mom follows me on Facebook. So she read it. And I also told my sister, who told my mom. My mom writes me 4 days after it happened. And she was like, she wrote me on Facebook Messenger. She's like, is, Elijah okay? I was like, he's okay. He's in a lot of pain. She wrote me 2 days after that message and gave me a thumbs up emoji. A thumbs up. Okay, whatever. So I decided to visit my sister in Maryland, and because she just had a baby and I wanted to see my nieces. There's 2 of them. So I went there with my oldest daughter, who was her favorite when I was younger. She was literally like, give me her and I want to raise her again like she was her daughter, because, apparently she didn't raise me and my sister right. Yeah. Anyways, so I brought her to Maryland to see her grandmother because she also wanted to see her uncle and her aunt and all of that good stuff. And my mom, the only thing she really said to my daughter was hi. There was no conversation. There was no, oh, how's school? Or what are you doing? Are you working? There was no trying to get to know her granddaughter at all. And I'm like, that's crazy. You would think she wants to get to know her grandchild. Like, who wouldn't want to get to know your grandchild? If I had a grandchild, I want to know everything about that child. But yeah, she really wasn't trying to talk to that child. And it was very disheartening to see. Very disheartening. I'm like, wow, okay. I'm going to have to get to a part 2 because there's not enough room in this video for this. So do my Indian parents finally accept my half-black children?
That lady became estranged from her parents when she started dating her black husband and having half-black children. Her parents are mad about it, so she made that video talking about whether they're still mad, basically. But the comments aren't about whether her parents are talking to her children. They're about her. Someone genuinely said, wait, is your husband the wrong kind of black because you're mixed with black too? And she said to someone, I'm 100% Indian. And they were like, are you sure? Like, they think that she's mixed with black. And I'm not mad at anyone for assuming a race, but when she says she's not black, why do you feel the need to argue with that? That's really weird. I personally don't think she looks black at all. But anyway, slightly unrelated, but some people take racial ambiguity, saying someone looks racially ambiguous, they take it personally. Like, there was this woman, I think she's from Uganda, East Africa, right? And I said, oh, she looks like racially ambiguous. She looks like she could be from, Asia, South Asia. South Asia? Yeah, South Asia. And people say, oh my God, you're so ignorant, like East Africans can look like that. I said, I didn't say she wasn't East African. I just said that if she said that she was South Asian, I wouldn't, argue. Not that I would argue, because arguing is weird, but I wouldn't be surprised. So why is it sad? I mean, why is it rude to say that someone is racially ambiguous? I mean, I'm not. Praise be to God, but, some of you are. I don't think that's a bad thing. But she isn't, in my opinion.
Why do we do this to ourselves?
My half-black children.
So I wanted to stitch her video, but this stitch is not going to be about her specific situation. This is going to be, generally speaking, about the black community. What's always so crazy to me is that the black community is always open and ready to accept other cultures, ethnicities, other races of people into our community, right? But other communities of people don't keep that same energy. And I talked about this subject on another video when I stated how black men and black women date outside of their race. Specifically, they date Caucasian people because of the power structure. And when you look in society, all these constructs that were created to negatively impact us as black people. Even us classifying ourselves as black, that goes against us. And it's disgusting and it's crazy to me that we as black people don't even see the beauty in ourselves. We don't even see that we are the power structure. We are what they hate so much. And since we are seen as the bottom of the totem pole, doing anything, dating, breeding, marrying, will put them at a negative disadvantage, right? You can even see it when it comes to these upper echelon type Negroes, right? Because you'll see African-American people that are highly educated, wealthy, well off, that tend to gravitate towards white supremacy ideology. Because brutally being honest, black is always going to be a connotation for negative. So for these people that are in these spaces to be or sit with anybody that looks like them, it's not going to positively impact them. They don't see how it can be conducive to their advancement and their status level. They don't see that. They don't see, being frank, they don't see the worth in themselves. They don't see the value in their community as a whole, period. And other communities and people also don't see the value in us. So why would they let their offspring breed with us? Because that's not giving them anything. And on the flip side, it's also a culture thing. It's also a class thing. It's also a generational wealth thing. But the ones who get it, they know the power that melanin holds, right? They understand that melanated people are needed to maximize and stabilize their economies. So in private, they will continuously use and abuse us, but to the public, they have a certain stature to uphold. But understand, the last shall be first and the first shall be last.
So do my Indian parents finally accept my half-black children?
I love her videos. Go watch it. I love her family. I love the unity. I love the love. But what I do not love is colorism, hate, racist beliefs, and prejudice. I hate the hate. And the reason why is because y'all affect children. And these children grow up knowing that their own families won't accept them because they're a certain skin color. Colorism is so real. It's really detrimental to children and how they grow up and how they look at themselves. I was told so many times I was pretty to be a dark-skinned girl compared to my mother. I used to get compared to my mother so much. My mother is a beautiful, bright woman. But when I tell you, she's never made me feel like I wasn't beautiful. It was always ignorant family members and people who was always making it feel like if you're not light-skinned, then you're not beautiful. But in this situation, this goes through cultures where they hate, most of them hate black people.
So, do my Indian parents finally accept my half black children?
You know, it amazes me how many people put black children on display like there's something to play with, like there's something to be toyed with, their emotions, their feelings, anything like that. People that have babies by black men have a responsibility to their black side to protect them from all racist and all prejudiced people. You guys that have babies with black men, kill me trying to make, your families love them. Fuck them people, okay? Fuck them, like... It's taking everything in me not to say slumdog millionaire motherfuckers. It really is. I'm just being honest. Because at the end of the day, the fucking nerve of Indian motherfuckers to be fucking prejudiced. We seen that fucking movie. The fuck? But okay, you had 8 kids by a black man. Okay, kudos to you. Now raise your black babies and leave them fucking racist, prejudiced motherfuckers alone. Fuck them. Shit.
So, do my Indian parents finally accept my half black children?
I got this video off of Cancel Culture K's page. Y'all go follow her. If you follow her, go to her page, look at this video. I had to go to the original video in order for me to stitch it. I like what Cancel Culture K said about that. Like, why are you worried about a family that has technically disowned you for the choice that you have made on who you chose to procreate with? But the thing that gets me about people from that region, you know what I'm saying? And even the quote unquote new native people, or the native, American people, or whatever you want to say, man. And I say new because prior to Christopher Columbus, there was a different category of those type of folks. And I don't care if you indigenous or not. If you get mad, you get mad. But if you know your history, you know there was that classification went to a group of people originally that looked more so like me than the Hispanic looking, Latina looking, Spaniard looking natives that we are fighting and that quote unquote exist today. Okay? So anyway, but this is a different type. These are the original Indian people, the real Indian people from India, people over there in Pakistani and Iranian and all of them type of folks. When you look at them folks' phenotypes, eyes, nose, hair, skin tone, they look more African American than European. And yeah, it amazes me that even today in this present day, with what they have gone through, with all of the fighting and whatever, and disbursement of land and wars against them and what have you, I would assume that they would have come to the realization that, the people from those regions very close, Egypt, Africa, Ethiopia, all of them, maybe not Ethiopia, but them people, them Somalian people and whatever, they look very much so like them Indians too, phenotype. We going by strictly phenotype. Those people all in that region, they all have a similar distinct look about them, and it look more Negro than anything else. If you was to do a comparison, like how you compare, animals and stuff like.
So this is all we got from the stitches. I think she has I am gonna leave her link for those that want to see the like gosh, this her video got like about 1 or 2, but I took only the 1. And if you want to see it, why not? And I am going to say, like, how do people set themselves up like this? Because I don't see how people will be so mean. Like, your child, You disown your own child because she is associating with black, like a black person, and you don't want to, like, be in your grandkids' lives because your daughter married a black person. I mean, make this thing make sense, because I mean, it shows how mad they are. Because I see, like, black people are always willing and ready to accept people, excuse me, accept people from all around and all that. But they are not, like, ready to, like, let black people in. And I think that it's really very mean. Man, I can talk a lot. My nose is all blocked. All right, I'm gonna stop here. Thank you all so much for all the support. I see you all in my next video. Let me know what you all think. Bye for now.